Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And the tight end goes in motion left. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He has it complete to Christian Watson. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll complete this one to Watson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. This is taken at the 23. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Lions out to his left. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain. And this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here. So they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On second down, here's Fournette. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lions. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Lions. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Fournette running right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Lions. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. Shot on 3rd down.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Lions. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Garabay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The Packers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind. And the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake. Lions forced out to his left. He's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Lions will swing this out to Fournette. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Off play action. Lions. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Samson Ebukam. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, They've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. After the penalty, it's Jones. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. 10-7. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Lions. And his throw here's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lions. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Now swing pass for Dillon. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Lions. And that's going to be incomplete.
They wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Lions going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Fielded at the 43. Oh, it shifts past him. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over first and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And the ball is knocked out, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
to throw. Lions. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Looking to throw. Lions. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Back to throw again. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Garabay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Off the play fake. Lions. And brought in by Braid. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Fournette, a first down carry. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Quick throw caught by Godwin. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, Lions looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Fournette is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Off play action. Lions. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cameron Brate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Parkey with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that? That maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
The 3rd quarter now at a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Lions. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And this one is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, of that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On play action, it's Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. Touchdown! Josiah DeGuara, 58 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
From the gun on third down, Lions. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Again, that's Hurst. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
66 yards on the ground for Fournette. It's a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and 1, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Looking to throw on second down. Lions. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Lions. Short throw underneath to Hurst.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Up the gut, Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete.
And the Buccaneers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 40. 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
On play action, now Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Jones. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had the big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Eight yards to go on second down. In motion, the tight end. From the 38, Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are right back in this football game. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And that will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it. With such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. An inside give to Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 40 yards. And the Packers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Parkey with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Lions. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear.
And they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Packers, they move a step closer to 500 as